Good day, YouTube. Thank you for joining us once again here at Zach Maglin Collectibles. We have another new exciting rip and review. We are going to be ripping and reviewing for the very first time on this channel 2025 NFL Donruss Blaster Boxes. And we got these blaster boxes from our local Target, or I should say online from Target. So it took us a while to get them, even though I saw them on the shelves, but I knew these were coming, and these were $25 each, $24.99, $25 to round it out each. We've got 3 of them, which means we have $75 in cost right here. So as you know, based on previous videos, our first venture into 2025 Donruss was the Panini Holiday Tins, which were horrible in regards to quality control. We also ripped open a nice fun product, which was the 2025 Donruss Football Costco Bundle Box, which where we pulled a Shedeur Sanders and other nice red rookie Pandoras. So, as you may know, Donruss pretty much is downtown or bust in many senses. So, let's see if we can pull just that. Now, I usually prefer the optic cards, okay? But because of the shinier finish on those cards. However, with Donruss, you do get the opportunity for downtowns. And I haven't seen too many videos, but I've been seeing downtowns coming out of these boxes. So hopefully, we will find success once again. The day after, which we had a big, huge hit from the Topps Fanatic exclusive blaster boxes, where we pulled a nice hollow foil relic of one Cooper flag. So you can check that out. And we also announced our October giveaway winners. But we're in a new month, so our focus now will be on our November giveaway, which we'll get into a little bit later. All right, so you can see we've got 15 cards. This box is pretty heavy compared to other standard boxes because we're so used to pulling or ripping Topps products from the NBA variations of Topps that we're not used to heavier packs like this. So we're switching back over to Panini. So let's see. All right, on to pack number 1. Here we go. And you might see a Donruss box right there, a lone Donruss. We got that from Walmart. So I don't know if there's any fundamental difference between the two boxes. Normally there is a difference. Here's Tony Dorsett. Tell me what you think of the designs, okay? So there's a rated rookie. And we do get here's one of the nice rookies this year, Emeka Egbuka. He's getting a lot of notoriety as being one of the leading candidates, but for Rookie of the Year. But as you may know, Zach Ertz, I mean not Zach Ertz, we just pulled Zach Ertz. JAXSON DART has got to be the front runner in that category. His fellow running mate Cam Scatterbo was up there, but he got injured. Then you've got Travis Hunter and Cam Ward. Haven't seen Shedeur yet in action. But those are the rookies. Judkins from Cleveland, the running back. There's a Caleb Williams year 2. Here's some rated rookies right here. All right, Bryce Young, year 3. We got a red hot Tyler Shaw. Is that how you pronounce it? Shaw, whatever. And red hot. He's not red hot. C.J. Stroud, year 3, he's injured. We need his value to go back up, and a kid reporter. All right, on to the next one. Hopefully we can pull a downtown. The last time we pulled a downtown was a few months back where we opened up the optic blaster box, which we overpaid for, and was rewarded with a downtown. Here's Patty Mahomes of, who was that? That was Michael Penix with Michael Vick dual downtown. Tyler Warren, I believe he's doing well in the first place Colts. And there you go. Okay, we have a rookie. What is this? Gridiron Kings. Who is this of? Ty Felton. Okay. And Rashee Rice. On to the next one. So what do you think of the NFL season thus far, guys? I know my Rams are doing pretty good. All right, and the Chiefs have come from the dead, and now some are saying the favorites in the AFC to come out. All right, so we have a press proof of Rick Upchurch. This looks like an old school. Didn't even know, was not familiar with Rick Upchurch. Jalen Royal. Maxwell Hairston. So you get old and new. There is Rick Upchurch. Old school. I'm not digging the designs, guys. But, you know, I do have to hand it, these are not the typical paper stock that you get. They're a little cut above the typical one that you'll find from, like, say, a Topps product. But they're not quite the shinier finish that you get from the Optic. All right. Oh, these coming up a little dinged. Is it coming up dinged up? We got a little shine coming up. Hopefully it's a banger. Omari and Hampton. Jalen Walker. You see the shine. Could that be something? It is. Ooh, Puka Nacua. Puka Elite Series. Puka Nacua. I was just alerted by Zach from Zach Miglin Collectibles that Puka Nacua, who is an LA Ram, was out in my neck of the woods. He, I guess, had an appearance earlier today, which I was not aware of, at our local Dick's store. And we're out in the suburbs here in LA, so it's not sort of a surprise that he came all the way out here. I would have loved to have seen him, but it was too late because apparently they had wristbands and they sold out. Okay, love to have gotten some of his rookie cards signed if they would have allowed it. Now, usually they have control of what you can get signed, right? And probably make you buy something from them and not let you bring your own things. All right, so we're going to get shine again. All right, Kenneth Grant. And we have a rookie. There you go. Bang. Rookie Revolution. JAXSON DART. We will take it. It's got nice shine to it. I can see that. Not numbered, but is of JAXSON DART. Good way to start our rip in the first box. So those are some two good ones there. You might have seen something else that may have caught your eye that you find to be even more desirable, because to qualify for our giveaway, we are going to ask that you name what is the best hit from each box. Okay, so that's box number 1. So keep your eye on box number 2 and box number 3, because that is one of the questions. What is the best hit from each box? And we'll throw out another question somewhere along the way as well. All right, so we're on to box number 2. Trey Harris on the Raider. There's Michael Penix, year 2. Blake Corum, year 2. Kirk Cousins. We're getting some varying cards. We have a Calvin Johnson. And on this one right here, the Vortex rookie of, who is this? Jack Beck. Not familiar with one Jack Beck, but Jack Beck's got a nice card. Now these, like, I don't know, is this coming off like the Revolution cards? Because I could have sworn there's like a Vortex there as well. So, sleeve up of Jack. I mean, it's a nice card. Don't even know if he gets any playing time, but we got to respect it. Respect his insert, his rookie insert. On to the next one. Have you ripped your own Donruss blaster box? If so, tell me what you think. And maybe you can clear something up for me, guys, as we go through this next pack. I was at my local Target today, and I did see these on the shelf. And as you saw, and I'll go back to, we have a red hot of McMillan. So I know he was one of the higher draft picks. I believe the first wide receiver taken, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll sleeve him up because we do know who he is. And I don't know, playing with the quarterback over there, Bryce Young, if he can be red hot. I don't know if Bryce Young's getting the ball down, all right, or able to throw it down the field. C.J. Stroud again. All right, so I did see, going back, these blue boxes, right, which we opened up, okay, and you could see this box right here from Walmart is purple, okay? So I don't know if there's any fundamental difference. Normally, there is a difference between Target and Walmart, but they usually indicate it with their parallel, right? So I don't see anything mentioned here about any special parallel, and I don't think we've necessarily pulled it. So let me know if there is a difference. But I did see at my local Target that there was a red box that was sort of side by side. So let me know if you know what's the difference between the blue and the red box, because they were both at Target. So it wasn't, you know, a retail difference in terms of, you know, the retail giant Target versus Walmart, because they were both from Target. I don't know if one was holiday, but because there was no indication, you know, that one was holiday. All right, we've got a nice card, Action All Pros, Nick Bonito. Cool. Almost, I was about to say developing into a manga-looking card. Not quite. Nice card. Hey, guys, I'm not too familiar, to be honest with you, with what the different case hits are or short prints. If I do run across one, let me know, because that's a nice-looking card. Just don't know if it's something of rare value. All right, so keep your eye on this box. I think we've pulled, what, 3 cards there? Not household names, but if you tell me what's going to be the best hit coming out of this box here. All right. So I'm not too impressed by the design, to be honest with you. There's a press proof of Chase Brown. All right, seems pretty pedestrian way for them, Panini that is, to go out without a lot of flair. There's Bryce Young. But it is what it is. We pulled a lot of those cards earlier. Okay. On to the next one. That JAXSON Dart card got a lot of shine. So you got to hand it. A lot of these cards have a lot of shine to it. You can see I'm easily impressed with the shine, because I always make reference. There's a Patty Mahomes on the base. Drew Bledsoe, James Pierce. There's that Tyler Shaw, who's getting playing time, not doing much better than Spencer Rattler. Thought we could see a bump of us. Look at this. Champ is here. Who wants a Nick Sirianni card? That's crazy. Okay. Have we reverted back to coach cards? All right. Unless it's like an auto, you know. There's no business for coach cards, in my opinion. Just like how I think there's no business for punter cards. Or even kicker cards, for that matter. All right. Here we go. Will Campbell. We got some. Oh, there you go. I felt something thick. It is Chase Brown. Look at there. Chase Brown, the running back. How's he doing, guys? Is he a rookie? I think he might be. We got a patch. Pretty cool. getting a patch. Didn't know they had patches here in the Donruss boxes. Not too bad for 25 bucks. And some other familiar cards. So that will be a wrap to pack number 2. Okay. So let's just get our stack of base all together. Pack number 3. So now keep your eye on box number 3. All right. We have a rated rookie. Looks like we're going to get a shine of Elite Series Kyle Williams. No numbered cards here, guys. We're just leaving everyone up so you guys can have an idea. There's something that catches our eye. Don't know if they're valuable, but if it catches our eye, we'll sleeve it up. And you let me know. Hold on, what did I do with those cards? All right, these are base. Okay, so no worries. Continuing on. So remember, to be eligible for our end of the month giveaway, which we have not quite named all of the prizes. We could be giving away that Donruss Blaster there. We definitely will be giving away you can't see it, but it's back there, a 2025-26 NBA Topps hanger box, okay? And we'll definitely name more as the weeks or days go by. But in order to be eligible, you need to be subscribed to the channel first and foremost. There's Emeka Egbuka, his rated rookie. It's a base. And you have to watch this video till the end. We have a red hot of Caleb Johnson. There you go. And CJ Stroud for like the 3rd time. You need to like this video, share it with others, and comments. So you know one of the questions. Basically, what are the best hits from each box? And you're now looking at the 3rd box closely to figure that out. But we're going to add an additional question. Make sure that you are paying attention and watching this video to the end. Here we go. We have a nice shine of Rome Odunze Dominators. So we'll sleeve it up. Let's just put it up there so that we don't quite have to recap everything so that you could see all the shine cards. But if something better comes up, we will pull it down. All right, so no JD5 cards yet, huh? We've got Caleb Williams like 3 times, but no JD5. So we need to ask an additional question, okay? So as the season has gone on, all right, and you see how each team is playing, I would like for you to give me your Super Bowl prediction, okay? Who is going to play in the Super Bowl from the AFC and the NFC, and who's going to win? All right, if you, based on this video, somehow predict the winner, okay? Predict the winner, the teams, of course, and the winner, then you will get potentially entered into a drawing. Because if we have more than one winner, then obviously we need to have it somehow broken in a tie, okay? But if you do name the team and you name the opponent, and then what you need to do is you need to give me the score, okay? So what we'll do then is we'll take the total points scored, and that'll break any ties that may come. And if you do get it, then we will give you a choice of a football product, okay? So right now, I'm going to say it's going to be a Donruss Blaster Box. So it's a fun little thing to go back and look back a few months from now in January to see if someone predicted it correctly, okay? So that's on top of what the hits are from each box. We have a press proof there. Riley Leonard, who's not getting any run. Trevor Etienne. And you have to name the opponents or your prediction of who's going to play in the Super Bowl, who's going to win, and what the final score is. And we're not really looking at if you get the score right, but the total points, all right, to break any ties. And we'll go back and find out if anyone predicted it correctly, and they will automatically win our Donruss Blaster Box. Of course, there will be a pretty much cutoff of when you could predict that score. Here's Keandre Lambert. We got his red Pandora 2 or 3 times, I believe. Dak Prescott, we pulled him 3 or 4 times already. But we haven't pulled a JD5. Here we go. We have champs here again. Dallas Goddard. All right, so we're down to the final pack. All right, so something to keep us interested back in January or February. If someone predicts it right, you'll be rewarded. All right, here we go. Final pack. No downtown, it appears. We got something thick. That means we may get a mem card again, which would be cool, considering we didn't get a downtown. Deontay Thornton. And we're not getting any of the... There you go, Caleb Williams. We get a Caleb Williams patch. So we got 2 patches, a Chase Brown, and now Caleb Williams. We will take that. We've pulled quite a few Caleb Williams for various products, his downtown. So that's interesting. And to round it out, there you go. So we didn't get any of the big rookies, right? But we got some pretty good cards nonetheless. We got some patch cards or some relics. We did get this JAXSON Dart, who is got to be the front runner for Rookie of the Year. So tell us what you think, guys. Don't forget to answer our questions and do the other things necessary to be registered for our giveaway. So we have more great products to rip and review. Thank you for watching. And of course, thank you for supporting our channel. And just so that you know, very soon we will announce our 1K subscriber giveaway, which will be live, which we now hit. We're past a little over 1K now. And we will have a special giveaway, which we'll give instructions on in future videos, where you have to go to a certain previous video and complete the necessary requirements. And we'll be giving away possibly 1, if not 2 mega boxes there. Okay? So until then, stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.